Good morning, class. Math lesson number 1. You already did your facts, the first thing. Then you did your power-up. Remember when you do your power-ups, all the work on the left answers here, problem of the day down here. And remember the problem of the day was about sequences. Well, to our math lesson now, and that's what we're going to talk about. Here are our objectives. First of all, we're going to describe a rule for a sequence. And I always say, does it go up or does it go down? If it goes up, you're adding or multiplying. If it goes down, you're subtracting or you're dividing. The other thing we're going to learn is how to count up or down to identify missing terms in a counting sequence. Okay? So we're going to find these missing terms. And then the last thing I want to throw in here, the book throws it in right at the end, you'll see in your examples, what digits are. And digits are any numbers starting with 0 and going up forever that are whole numbers. So a digit would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 14, 15, etc., etc. Okay? So here's what we want you to do. We want you to take your power up, flip it upside down, and then we want you to divide it into fourths. And how do we do this? I put it on the board for you. You make one big vertical line, and you make one horizontal line. Today we have 4 example problems that we're going to work through, and so we want to have a box for each one. I'm going to go over to my screen, and I'm going to divide it just like you guys would do it at home. One vertical line, one horizontal line. Now don't waste a lot of time. Oh, it's not quite perfect boxes. It's okay. It's all right. All right, now if you're following along in your books, we're on page 8 of our math books. Lesson 1 is on page 8. We're done with the power-up. You've turned the page to page 8. It's a new concept. We're talking about sequencing. Now, most of the things that I just told you on the board are in this part right here in your text, so you can always reread it or re-listen to the video. But we want to take a look at what the counting numbers are. Counting in math, we learn by counting by 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. These numbers are called counting numbers. We can also count numbers other than 1. For example, we can count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Or we can count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you get the picture. An ordered list of numbers forms a sequence. Each member of a sequence is called a term. So just number 25 right here is a term. Number 4 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. And if they wanted you to give 3 more, you'd keep going. 12, 14, 16 would be the next 3 terms. Hint, hint, that's going to be all over your assignment. Okay? To be able to go on, we got to figure out what is the rule for the sequence. So I like to say to myself, how do I get from 2 to 4? Well, 2 plus 2 is 4. How do I get from 4 to 6? Well, 4 plus 2 is 6. So in other words, my rule is add 2 each time. Okay, we're counting by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. How do I get from 5 to 10? Well, I can add 5. How do I get from 10 to 15? Add 5. So my rule for my sequence is plus 5. Okay? So let's take a look at the first example. This is where you're going to have your sheet and your book. Okay? I have my sheet and my book. It says, what are the next 3 terms in the sequence? Now, the first thing you do is you always write down what they started with. 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 1, 2, 3 blanks. Now, when you're doing your work on your assignment, you're going to show all this work in the work box, and then the answer in the answer key. We'll go through some of those as well. First of all, we ask ourselves, am I going up or am I going down? Say it with me. Am I going up or am I going down? In other words, are the numbers getting bigger or smaller? 3, 6, 9, 12. The numbers are getting bigger. So we're going up. So our rule is plus. Now we're going to figure out plus what? 3 plus what equals 6. That's supposed to be an arrow. 3 plus what equals 6? Well, some kids like to count at 3, 4, 5, 6. We went up by 3. We're at 6. 7, 8, 9 plus 3. 9 plus 3. So we get to 12, and we can go plus 3. And if you have to, right underneath there, I sometimes have to, if you don't know it. 12 plus 3 equals 15. So there's our first answer. 15 plus 3 equals, good job, 18. 18 plus 3 equals 21. Can you catch me on my number line? Some kids make a little number line for themselves, and they start way back here at 3. And they say 3. 1, 2, 3 equals 6. 1, 2, 3 equals 9. 1, 2, 3 equals 12. 1, 2, 3 equals 15, my first answer. 1, 2, 3 equals 18, my next answer, and so on. So you could use your number line. I'm also going to give you a little trick today inside your math resource folder. Now, some of you guys' math resource folders are green, and some of you guys' math resource folders are blue. Anyhow, on page 5, you can find all sorts of sequences and the terms that belong to them. So for example, if I was looking for the 3's, I could start right here at the top where it says 3, and I could just trail it down, 3, 6, 9, 12, and then my answers, 15, 18, 21. There they are right in order. Now this multiplication table goes either up and down or left and right. I found 3 on the side, and then my first 3 terms were 3, 6, 9, 12, and there my answers are 15, 18, 21, or yeah, 15, 18, 21. So page 5 resource might help you. All right, we're going on to example number 2. Put it over here just to the right of that. Example number 2 is at the bottom of my page. We got 56, 49, 42. And notice on this one, they're just asking you for 1. Sometimes they ask you for 3. Sometimes they ask you for the rule. Sometimes they ask you for 1. I ask myself the question. Let's do it together. Am I going up or am I going down? 56 to 49 sounds like I'm going down. What am I going down by? Well, let's figure it out. 56 minus 49. Cross out the 5, make it a 4. 16 minus 9. 15, 14, 39. Hopefully you came up with 7. Minus 7 is my rule. Well, let's go on 49 and look what it takes to get to 42. 49 minus 42 equals 7. So my rule is subtract 7. I want to subtract 7 to figure it out. Well, let's go ahead and set it up. 42 minus 7. Cross out the 4, make it a 3, and 12 minus 7 is 5. And 3 minus nothing is 3. So my answer is 35. Just one answer for that one. It says describe the rule for counting sequence, then what's the next term? So I got 2 answers. Describe the rule is minus 7. Now, the book wants us to write out subtract 7, but I'm good with you just putting minus 7. All right, now they got a little bit of extra they threw into this lesson. It talks about digits. In our number system, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? The numbers 385 has 3 digits, a 3, an 8, and a 5. That's 3 of them. Sorry. Let me try again. Our number system has digits, 0 through 9. They're all 1 digit. The number 385 has 3 digits. Okay, it has a 3, an 8, and a 5. Look at this one. Oh my goodness gracious, it has 12 digits. This is 148,557,896,094. And it has 12 digits. Okay, the last digit in that one is a 4. The first one's a 1. So now they're going to ask you questions like that. The number 168,000 has how many digits? And then you just count it. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here's how I show this on my work. I'd have it written out 186,000, and then I just underline them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 digits would be my answer. Notice how I always box up my answer, so it's really super easy to find. Okay? Then they're going to ask you a question just like this, number 4. What is the last digit? So go ahead and write that one down in example 4. 26,348, the last digit. It's in the ones place. It's an 8. Seems pretty easy. Okay? Now remember, to get full credit on this sheet, you need all of it filled in the front, all the work on the side, answers here, problem of the day. Flip it over. All the examples that you did with me on the video, pause the video if you need to catch up, go back. It should look like this when you turn it in. Okay, the last thing on our assignment today, or the last thing in our little lesson today, is we want to practice this now. Okay? So describe the rule for each counting sequence, then write the next 3 terms. When you guys are doing this in your assignments, you've got to make sure you read the directions, because sometimes they say, give me the rule, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they say, give me 3. Sometimes they say, give me 1. So make sure. We're going to do 2 things. 1, describe the rule, then write the next 3 terms. So we'll do that first one together. You can find any room on your paper. Here's A. It starts out with 6, 8, 10. I like to use my little multiplication table here. And I notice they're going up by 2, so I'm sliding down the 2. I find 6, here it is, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That's pretty easy. So my rule is plus 2, and then it's 12, 14, 16. Box up my answer, and I'm set. Let's go on to B. Now, hopefully in your mind, you're taking a look at B and you're saying 7, 14, 21. Oh, my goodness. I know what we're going up by. We're going up by 7s. If you're not that fast yet, ask yourself the questions. Am I going up or am I going down? Obviously, I'm going up, so it's a plus 1. Plus what? How do I get from 7 to 14? 7 plus 7 is 14. How do I get from 14 to 21? 14 plus 7 is 21. Or I can find it on my chart here. Here they are, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. Or going down, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. So in other words, we're skip counting by 7s. Okay? Let's find one that's going down. We'll skip C, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Good. Go to D now. Find another place on your paper, and you can put D. Nice and neat. Okay? D says 21, 18, 15. Now we want to find 3 more numbers. Am I going up or am I going down? Going down. Good. So it's a subtraction problem. From 21 to 18, 20, 19, 18, 3. From 18, 17, 16, 15. Minus 3. So 15 minus 3 equals 9. And 9 minus 3 equals 6. Now, notice my rule was 3, so I'm going to go to my 3 column here. Here it is. Oh, there I was. 21, 18, 15, 12, 9. Okay? This help you find the next terms sequence. Remember, term just means numbers in your sequence. All right. Jump down to the bottom. We're going to take one of each of these. G says how many digits are in each of the numbers. Remember, we'll ask you how many digits. You just count them. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my label will be digits. 5 digits. Count this one with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many digits? 4. Okay, count this one with me. Now, some of you guys are saying, I know how to do this with the commas, Mr. I'll just say 3, 6, 7. Or count them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the last one that they're going to ask you is, what is the last digit of the numbers? So then you just look at the last one. The last digit, class, is a 7. Good job. Last digit is a class 6. Good job. And last digit, class, is a 1. All right, guys. Lesson number 1. Describing the rule for a sequence, finding the next 3 or the next 1 in that sequence. We're going to learn how if we go up or down to find the missing digits, and our counting sequences. And the last thing is digits. Numbers from 1 through 9, and you can count those or look for them in those numbers. Stay tuned. In my next video, I'm going to give you some help on some of the problems, and then God's blessings on your day.